Hello everyone and welcome for this new tutorial. First of all, I wanted to thank you all because this month is the best month on my channel and I really wanted to thank you all for the support, so that's very cool. There was no video last week because I was sick. I'm still a little bit sick, so if my voice is a little bit weird, that's normal. And so today we will see how to use the Biome Generator. I've made a playlist for the Biome core for PCG. You can go and check it out. If you know nothing about PCG Biome, you can go and check this out because this video will be only on the PCG Biome Generator. So if you want to know how to use the PCG Biome core, you have to go check the previous video. There is 2 videos on this topic. There is a playlist for it. I will link it in the description and on the top right corner. You can see that I changed a little bit the setup. It's pretty cool. I have a standing desk and us will go into Unreal and we will start looking at the PCG Biome Generator. First of all, I want to show you, so Unreal has released the 5.4. So now we have the documentation with a lot of stuff about PCG. You can see, I will link it in the description. You have the PCG Biome and you have everything explained onto the documentation. If you have, you can go and check it out. There is a lot of information. There is a lot of stuff. And us specifically, we will talk about the generator. If you're wondering, it's here into generator. There is some stuff for the generator, and I think there is something specific for the Biome Generator, which is this. There is a lot of information, there is a lot of stuff to read. Go check it out. I will put the link in the description. That's a lot of incredible information. Thanks for the documentation, Unreal. I'm a developer, and I hate to do the documentation. And this documentation is incredible. So let's go in Unreal. So in the previous video, we made this huge landscape with Gaia. And on this landscape, if we go into the forest, you can see that in here, we use the default generator. So us, we want to create our own. First of all, I'm gonna create a road somewhere like in the middle. If I regenerate my PCG, just to show you how it looks. So we have a lot of trees, we have a lot of stuff. For example, if we go in here, we can see we have a lot of trees. So the default generator will spawn a lot of points. That's way too much trees, so we'll create our own generator. Let's start create our own generator. So I'm gonna just go into my biome core and I'm gonna clean up the PCG. Because as I will change the stuff, it will regenerate, and as the landscape is huge, I have a big chance to have a crash. So to prevent that, I clean it up, and now it's not gonna regenerate all the time. So we made all of this on the previous video. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna now create a new data asset, which is the Biome Generator. In the classes, we can see we have the Biome Generator template. So we'll start with this. For this BG for Biome Generator, I'm gonna create this, call this generate no spawn road with noise. Let's call this like that. This will be a Biome Generator that's not gonna spawn stuff on the road, and there will be some noise applied to it. If I open it, you can see that we have different options that we can set up. We have the generator priority, the generator type. This is just a name. We'll call this B for biome. We'll call this no road noise. This priority, you can change it if you have multiple biome generator. For example, you can have one generator for the trees and one generator for the rocks. And you can say that the rocks has a highest priority over the trees. That means that if a rock spawns somewhere and one tree wants to spawn on it, if it overlaps, the rock will have the priority and the tree will not spawn, only the rock. Now we have the generator allow overlap. If we press true, that means that if there is an overlap, the stuff will still spawn, it will not be removed, like the example of the tree and the rock. If the tree has the generator allow overlap, or the rock, I think if the rock has it, if something overlaps with it, it's gonna be able to spawn. I'm gonna leave it at false. And now we have to specify a generator graph. If you open this, you can see that we have a lot of stuff already. I will call this generator. And there is something called Biome Generator template. If you cannot see this, you can go on the little wheel and you have to do show engine content and show plugin content. That's very important. We'll use the Biome Generator template and we are gonna click on this little folder with the little thingy. Click on this and now we can find where it is. So I can open it, and we're gonna go check what's going on inside. We are not gonna go too deep on what does that thing do, just the general idea. We have something that we can select, either will be with the world array or with the landscape data. For us, we want the landscape data, so there will be a little select that we can click on it to select the landscape data. And then we have a surface sampler with some parameter that's gonna be placed by the PCG instance. It's a new thing, we will see that after. And then there is a branch. If we said that we want to reset the rotation, then it's gonna do a transform point with the reset rotation. And we have some points. That's very cool. A very basic generator with some parameter that you can use in the instance, in the PCG instance. I will show you. If I go back in here, I can right click and create a PCG graph instance. We're just gonna do it to test it out, just to show you. And now everything that we got in here in a kind of yellowish color, all the properties, they are available. You can click and make it true. The same thing as a material instance, it's the same principle. Let's close that and let's delete this. Because we want to create our own PCG graph for the Biome Generator. To do that, we will duplicate the default one. I'm gonna right click on the default one and I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna call it PCG because it's a PCG graph. So this generator without road. And I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna put it into my folder. I'm not gonna leave it into the plugin folder. So let's get this PCG generator without road and we're gonna put it into our biome. Up, I'm gonna move it here. And now we have our PCG generator without road. We're gonna open it. And now I'm gonna need to create a road. Let me just go into my landscape. And I'm gonna use, I think I can use the sand. We have some sand. Check. Okay. We're going to the landscape. I didn't put any sand onto the landscape, so I think I can use it. So I'm into the landscape mode and into the paint. We can see sand in here. I'm gonna create a new non-weight blended. Save that. And now I think I can paint. Okay. Now we can paint some sand. That's gonna be our road. First we will do it like that. The best way is to do it with the with a landmass to create the road. We're gonna just paint a road on the landscape. That's gonna be working. If you want to use the landmass, I made a video about it. I will put the link in the description, or it will be on the top right of the video. We'll have the little thingy coming with the video specifically on doing landmass to show some road. So for example, I'm gonna go somewhere there, and I'm just gonna do a road, add a very small road like that. We don't really care. It's just to show you how it works. Putting a road into the mountain. Up. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Okay. And let's end it somewhere there. So that's probably the worst road you ever saw. But it's okay. Okay, that's cool, we have a road. Okay. I'm gonna go back into the selection mode. I can go back into my PCG. In here, into my PCG generator without road, we're gonna need to use this sand layer. From this, we'll just use a subtract. Gonna use a subtract. In A will be this output and this output. And this is gonna go into the out. I'm gonna disable this. And now we need to change the input source. The first one will be density. is it gonna show in here density. And now we will remove the name of our layer. It's the one, if I go in here into our material, it should be this, sand. Take this, go back into the PCG, call this sand. We can do it like that, or we can create a parameter. So then we'll make it as a parameter. So then we'll be able to set it up into the PCG graph instance, and we will be able to remove based on a layer from our landscape material. So we have our subtract, and we would like to make this input source 2 to make this input source 2 to be a parameter. So we'll open this, and we will go into our graph settings on the top here, and on the right in here we can create parameters. Create a new one. It should be of type, it has to be a FPCG attribute property input selector. Let's get that PCG attribute property selector. This is gonna be send for us. We're just gonna rename this to be layer to remove PCG. Up. And now we can use this layer to remove PCG. I go there, type get layer to remove PCG, and I can place this into here. And now when we will make a PCG instance, we will be able to change this. So we'll be able to create a biome generator that's gonna remove stuff from the road, and maybe another biome generator that's gonna remove stuff into the water and stuff like that. So that's very cool. Just we need in here to put density. So we'll subtract the density of the point with that minus the layer of the material. And now we just need to do a density filter. Up. Let's do that, and we'll remove stuff from 0.5 to 1, and we will see how it goes. Gonna save. Okay, so I got a crash. Let's get back to our generator road. So we have to plug everything into the in A and in B. And when I was doing this, I got an issue into the subtract. It was saying that there was no send property on our point. And the issue is that in here, into the get landscape data, this get layer weight is disabled. From the default generator, they disabled the layer weight onto the landscape data. So you have to plug true to make this to true. Now we can save, and now we should have onto the subtract the layer weight that where the point is. We have our graph for the generator. We'll right click and create a PCG graph instance, PCGI underscore generator without road send. We'll open that, we'll specify some stuff. We want to sample on the landscape, that's true. We'll keep this for now. Up, tuck, and the layer to remove PCG is going to be the send. That's good. Let's save that. And so now we can use it. If we go back into our biome generator, here we can use our PCGI generator without road send. I'm gonna save, and now we're gonna test it out. The last one is the generator spatial noise. We'll use that just after. Let's check if this is working. To use it, we will go into our forest generator, into the biome templates. We'll open that. And on each of the different trees, we have to specify the biome generator. So we'll use this one, no spawn road with noise. When I use that, I'm gonna remove the other tree for now. I'm gonna delete all of them. I'm just gonna keep one. So we use the not spawn road with noise, and that should be good. So we're gonna save, and now we're gonna click on generate into our biome core, and we'll see. We are supposed to not have stuff spawning onto the road. And that's it. You can see, oh, I have this guy that is a little bit on the road. But if I go into the landscape, and if I start painting, I'm just gonna save to be sure it doesn't crash. But if I go back into the sand and I start painting in here, it will disappear. PCG will regenerate, So make sure that if you want to change your landscape, disable, you have to clean up your biome core to be sure it doesn't regenerate over all the time. You can see now the trees have disappeared. Now I don't have a lot of trees, I would like to have more trees. Let me just go back into my forest, biome template. In here I have the self-prune, I'm gonna remove it. So I will have a lot of trees and we will see our road. It will be very nice. You can see that there is some rock onto the sand. We're gonna remove them after. And now you have a nice road with no trees on it. That's pretty cool. Now I can use every layer on the landscape to remove some of the trees from the core, from the biome. Now for this rock, I can also use my biome generator. I'm gonna go into the mountain, the biome template. Instead of using share rock, I will use the no spawn. Now we're gonna regenerate and we should have a lot of rocks, a lot of trees. You see, it's pretty cool. We have our road. Sometimes the rocks will spawn onto the road because the point that we use, the cube that we use to generate the point, is smaller than the rock. So if the point is on the side and the rock is very big, then this point will not touch the road, but the rock that is bigger will touch the road. But that's some stuff that you can tweak into the biome generator. We don't really care. For now it's working. We'll go with that. You can see we have a very cool landscape with a lot of trees, a lot of rock. That's very nice. Okay, so I was not able to make the noise work. Unreal was just crashing and crashing and crashing. So something we're gonna do is just we're gonna change the surface sampler. We're gonna change some of the stuff because normally the surface sampler, it will create some different point with different density. We're gonna use that instead of having noise. We'll just let PCG add some different density. It will be easier, but we will not have all of the trees next to each other. We will have trees a little bit everywhere, like we can have in a normal PCG. So we have our surface sampler. We're gonna go into the point. Oops, we're gonna go into the point and we're gonna apply density, and in the point stepness we'll put .5. This is the default value that we normally have. Now into the PCG instance, I'm just gonna change this looseness to be 1. And we're gonna keep this, we will see how it goes. That's gonna be a little bit easier because it was a nightmare. This will do something like .5. And let's see. I will check how to make it work, how to use the noise, because it was impossible in the landscape. The landscape is too big. Every time I was changing something, the PCG was crashing and Unreal was crashing. So I don't want to try to make it work for 10 hours. So we're just gonna go like that. If Unreal would like to show us some trees, that would be cool. Okay, so here it is. This is using the PCG, the normal PCG, to spawn the trees and to add the density. So we have nothing on the road. Everything is generated on the biome. I have a lot of rock, so I could actually create an instance specifically for the rock, and then I will be able to change all the different parameters. Something I would like to do, something I really like. I'm gonna change my PCG generator without road. This branch, I don't really like this branch. The reset rotation, I don't really care. I want to... I forgot to... Oh. Don't forget to always clean up the biome core, otherwise it's try to generate when you're doing stuff. Or you can pause the region in here. I should actually do that. And I'm gonna do 360 in here. I like to have the stuff rotating, and we'll do 0.8 and 1.2. So everything will be a little bit changing. That's gonna be nice. Let's save everything, save all. Let's close, and that's gonna be done for today. I'm just gonna regenerate, and that's gonna be it. I can have my nice little forest like that, with some rock and stuff like that, with the biome. And the entire landscape is filled up with stuff. I can actually show you if I roam around. We can see there is trees everywhere. You have kind of a mountain place with more rock. you can see the entire landscape is filled up with stuff. Thanks to the PCG Biome. That's pretty cool. So that's it for today. We saw how to make our own biome generator. With all the stuff that we know on PCG, we can create our own biome generator, make some parameters, use the PCG instance to change the parameters for the rock, for the trees and stuff like that, create some different biome generator for each of the assets that we have, and that's it. Now we can just go and make it work. There is still some more stuff that we can see on PCG. On the PCG biome, we have some filter that we can use. There is some stuff with the water. I didn't go too deep in that kind of thing. I will check it out and I will make another video on that topic, on how to change the generating with the stuff that is around. We'll see that later on. And for now, if you don't want to miss the next video, don't forget to subscribe and to ring the notification bell. And you can leave a like if you learn everything you need to know on the generator. We still have the noise that we didn't check it out, but we will check it out on another video. During these next 10 days, I will be working on a game for a game jam. It's the Game Dev TV game jam. I'm actually participating on this game jam. Maybe there will be some live stream on this channel on YouTube. So check it out. Maybe there will be one. I am not sure yet. There should be a video at the end if I have time to work on the game. I will go work on the game and I will see you on the next week. Bye.